Alrighty, welcome back. Thank you for being here. Let's dive into our next zodiac sign reading and see who we're reading for at this moment. Okay, we'll do Aquarius. People in placements, let's get your general messages for Aquarius energies. Okay, twin flames could be on your mind. There could have been something that was shown to you in your intuition regarding this situation. You could have done a lot of shadow work with this twin flame connection, so to speak. This could be something that like really showed you parts of yourself, for example. You could have, there's something about self-care or learning how to do better self-care maybe as a result of this situation. Somebody could have wanted you to stay. Somebody could have some kind of regret regarding you. Tell me more. I heard Leo, Aquarius, so this could be somebody with Leo placements. This could have been somebody who was very superficial, potentially. You could be also regretting like certain connections that you might have made and decided to distance yourself, Aquarius. There's something about abundance in the present moment in your mindset that could be really helpful as well. Maybe travel could be relevant as well. Something was very unjust or imbalanced in the past. Somebody might want to apologize for this. Separation. Maybe they rejected you, or they want to come out of being rejected and build some kind of solid foundation with the feminine. They could see you being very stable if you are the feminine as well, exiting patterns, breaking those chains of like lack of self-worth. Very interesting. And coming out of illusions. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see a karmic relationship showed itself. Aquarius, people in placements, most vital messages from this deck from their highest teams of love and light. Yeah, there could have been like fears that were like alchemized. This could be like from a past life. On a farm or something. Yeah, something about like not feeling loved or lovable. Yeah, some kind of like separation. Let's go ahead and see with the book. It was open on orphan, funnily enough. You drew this card because you had one or more past lives as an orphan. This is creating a current life abandonment fear for you. In those lives where you didn't have your mother or father's protection, love, or support, you developed great strength and inner reliance, which continues to help you in this life. However, you may have also developed survival skills that are double-edged. These coping mechanisms help you get by, but they blunt your heart and emotions. Most likely, this card is a reminder to acknowledge that your true mother, father is God. You're also reminded that you have a family of choice consisting of, because everything's provided by the universe, right? Even our parents. Consisting of friends and other loved ones, including your pets. In spiritual truth, it's impossible to be an orphan. And a lot of times, like, our spiritual family is closer than our actual blood family. Our blood family, we could reincarnate just to deal with karma versus maybe the people that we can magnetize towards us. At the same token, though, you can also magnetize karmic connections towards you as well, especially if you're unhealed. And there's no kind of like you're not really in control of your frequency, where you don't have awareness. Your true heavenly parent is always with you. If you tend to isolate yourself, you may benefit from seeking compassionate support from a 12-step Emotions Anonymous group or a qualified counselor. You can also talk to your spirit team, right? Pray constantly, talk to them, talk constantly with God. Have conversations, ask for understandings, pray, because He's always listening. So I think He likes just casual talks. Alrighty, we wanted to check out male and female as well. This card signifies that you've lived most of your lives as a different gender than the one you embody in this life. For example, you may now be living as a female, while in most previous lifetimes you were a male. In such cases, gender confusion or even health issues are related to this change of gender over lifetimes, and that's why they say, like, if you're a man in the past life, you're a woman now. If you're a woman now, you're a man. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a man in this life, you're probably a woman in the past life, so now you're learning the opposite spectrum. Because for most of your lifetimes you lived as the other sex, you may not feel comfortable with your own skin. If this is your first lifetime as a woman, you may develop gynecological issues, or even experience infertility. If this is your first lifetime as a man, you may not relate to the traditional masculine roles. This card asks you to have compassion for yourself and trust that your soul is doing the best it can. Remember that your soul is the result of all your past experiences. Interesting. Okay, Aquarius, where else can we head for my lovelies? Let's see. Messages for lovely Aquarius people in placements. What are their messages from the highest teams of love and light? So using your intuition could also really be important regarding like your social connections. You could be like on a long journey, or you could be considering something about a long journey as well, or Interesting. Yeah, there could be something about like karmic justice or balance. You could be getting advice from a friend, or maybe in the future a friend wants to talk to you, but okay. So that's interesting. Pleasure with a close friend. I feel, oh my god, that was so annoying. My hair was tugging on my necklace. It was so annoying. Let's get you some general tarot so I can fully understand this. Aquarius, what's the vibe? High priest or priestess is here. Very interesting. I feel called to check that one out for you guys. Went to karmic relationship, but okay. You probably know that you were a high priest or high priestess during one of the prior lifetimes, and that's because in past lifetimes maybe there was less kind of systemic control, right? People were able to kind of have spirituality in a different sense. Most people who have held these roles have a conscious sense of it. You've retained your heightened spiritual knowledge, so maybe you need to ground and just access it in the present moment. Ask your spirit team to show you or open it up or whatever you want, because you can manifest whatever you want with your words and your prayers and speaking to your spirit team, which this card is urging you to put into greater practice. It's time for you to reignite spiritual power and use it to service your divine mission to healing, teaching, and helping the world. The card urges you to release insecurities you may have about spiritual abilities. Yeah, you can literally just manifest and literally just ask for your spirit, psychic gifts, literally. Or any fears about others knowing about your beliefs. Very interesting. So yeah, experiment, explore. Aquarius. I heard maybe it's Maybelline. I'm just kidding. There's a lot of healing potential here, especially if you nurture or have compassion towards yourself, especially if you've been repressing certain things as well. Could be even your spiritual gifts. You want to see something clearly regarding fears maybe in the past. Could be to do with people, friends, coworkers. Yeah, working on your spiritual gifts could also be relevant or helpful in this lifetime for you. There's something about moving with divine timing, manifesting or using your third eye is going to be really important here as well. You could be moving out of some kind of stasis. Nine of Swords in the reverse on the top of the deck. So this could have been some sense of overthinking. Messages for Aquarius, people and placements, and then we'll move into juicier messages from the highest teams of love and light, Angel Michael. Thank you. Peppermint, very interesting. 33. I think Sag got 33. 13 could also be relevant. So you could have those placements or be dealing with one. It says clearing toxic relationships and behaviors. Take from me what keeps me held back. So you could literally ask that. I actually heard another reader just recently before starting your reading saying that you can just, make a sincere prayer and say, God, remove any people that are not meant for my life, so that it's that energy, it's that intention. They hear everything that goes on. Clearing toxic relationships or behaviors. Take from me what keeps me held back, clearing myself from all that does not belong in the vision of what is to come. So that's why you have to stay in alignment with your vision, right? It's going to be about connecting to your soul. No one enjoys getting a cold or flu, and they bring great discomfort, the pain that prevents you from experiencing joys of life. And usually these are spiritual imbalances, chakras. Of course, it's better to take measures to prevent sickness, but sometimes it creeps up, coming from an unexpected place. Despite your best efforts, it can't be avoided. And there could be lessons or karma or something like that. When you're sick, it's important to seek healing options to clear away toxicity or infection that has caused the illness. You could let it run its course, but that could also lead to long-term effects or worse. You can also have an infection of the heart or soul when it comes in the form of toxic relationships, self-sabotaging behaviors, or spiritual bypassing. The peppermint card comes to a reading to warn you that the person or situation you've inquired about is harmful to you in some way, and you should take steps to remove them from your life, or at the very least reduce the influence on you. Even if maybe energetic boundaries or focusing intentionally your energy. Even if your past experience with this person or behavior has been positive, receiving this card is a sign that circumstances have changed for the worse. This could be about it could be really impacting your health even potentially. So anything else for Aquarius from this deck? I don't use this deck too often. Horned Owl. Become the shadow that watches, keeping quiet while moving intentionally, and consecrate tools. I will claim what is mine, I will see beyond the hidden. Gifted by spirit, by tongue, my words will spill with purpose. Very interesting. 16. Could be relevant. This could be a new position for you, new job, new routine, new improved health. You could be literally manifesting better health or sweetening spells. Establishment, displaying spirit, claiming ownership. Okay, interesting. Pulling this card means you have not claimed ownership of the situation you're asking about. Perhaps you aren't sure of how something fits into your life, or if this is even something that is needed for you to move forward, or perhaps you're assuming something is yours without having to declare or confirm your intentions, like reciprocity, right? Which is consecrate tools to clear them of any former energy and dedicate them to the higher purpose. Otherwise, your magical work may be imprinted with the wrong vibrations or be influenced by someone else's desires. Making a conscious decision to commit to something completely changes its energy. If you remain on the fence about your situation or send out the energy of doubt or possibly confusion, you get more of that in return. Or if you're leaving room for someone else to come in and take what is meant to be yours. By embracing what is before you, you are allowing an energetic pathway to establish its place in your life. So quantum entanglement. Drawing this card suggests you will get nothing worthwhile out of your situation until you're willing to elevate its status to a permanent fixture. However, the situation will begin to work for you once those involved know you're fully invested. So this could be about what you actually want. Like, what do you want energetically? Okay, Horned Owl, 26. So you could be like learning about energy or energy work. Moving with stealth, keeping quiet, watching and learning. So maybe you're just not quite there yet, right? There was something here about keeping something like moving with divine timing in a hidden way, maybe. The Horned Owl makes no sound when she flies through the air, as she is a master of moving in silence while also taking in everything around her. She is constantly watching, listening, avoiding potential danger while seeking out her prey. When pulling this card, your guidance is to remain silent when it comes to the question you've asked. There's nothing you can do or say that changes someone else's opinion, so it's best to leave people to their thoughts and go on your way. Instead, watch and learn about those around you. What can you observe about their behavior? Do their actions match their words? This card suggests there's people who are only supporting you verbally, or that their bark is way more than their bite. You may not be able to count on them when the time comes and you need them most. Additionally, this card guides you to keep your plans under lock and key because some dreams and goals are too big for small-minded people. Don't risk introducing doubt into your plans because the opinions of people who don't have the vision to see what the value in your ideas, right? Everybody has their own vision and their own quest and their own reincarnation. 88 could be relevant numbers as well. Let's get some extra messages. Aquarius. I heard echidna. I don't even know what echidna means. What is echidna? What is it a dog? Echidna. Or isn't that a kind of creature or something? Echidna. Echidna. Okay. Oh, it's like a porcupine or something. It's an anteater. That's crazy because I saw an anteater in my head too. Or something like that, yeah. Okay, who are we on? Aquarius. Continue to inhale golden white light from heaven. Exhale that into your work field, or push out any, if you're experiencing pain or healing, imagine that golden white light channeling to the energy as you exhale. Inhale, from heaven. Being targeted by demons in the past, okay? This could be your own fears have kind of like attracted it, right? Because they look for energetic leaks. Just go out. So maybe you need to keep the energy flowing. Trying to cut your tongue. Very interesting, weird. Well, that means maybe somebody doesn't want you to speak. Make sure you are in receiving energy. It says there is a case being built on them. So this could be like a divine case recovered. So you could be recovering as well. And it says you seeing the truth helps you let go of them. Very interesting. Okay, let's see if there's any extra messages. You could be learning alchemy. Trying to get one over on you. Seeing a camera. Maybe somebody's trying to use a camera, a camcorder or something, or trying to record you. They are bad for business, putting yourself into stable energy. They play mind games so they don't have to take accountability. Stop looping in your... Yeah, so this could be somebody who uses like manipulative tactics maybe. Stop looping in your comfort zone. Push through. So do something different, shake it up, and know thy worth. Very interesting. Let's get you a rune. Aquarius. We have Manaz. Is that Fehu? Interesting. Fehu's a prosperity rune. So you might be thinking about moving or something. Fehu rune symbolizes wealth, abundance, and material gain, originating from the ancient word cattle, which was primarily the indicator of wealth. It also represents motion, vitality, prosperity, and the fulfillment of ambition, suggesting wealth is not just static, but dynamic process of creation and success. Interesting, not static possession, but a dynamic process of creation and success. Yeah, I mean, you've got to make the compost, right? So let's see the Manaz rune. We are in Scorpio season, which rules that for sure. Symbolizes humanity, self-awareness, and community. It represents mankind, family, society, emphasizing interdependence and the connection between individuals and the greater whole. Manaz also signifies the power of the mind, memory, and the ability to structure reality. Aligning with shared morals and values. Let's see more about that. Humanity is a collective force. We are all connected, and that each individual goal or wish has the power to unite and shape the greater purpose and path that we all travel. So maybe like looking or praying for the highest timeline could also be relevant. I'm going to pull some of these. Aquarius, last messages. Maybe we'll get you guys a familiar as well, actually. Yeah, groupthink in the reverse, and making sure that you're not just like going along with what everybody else is doing, keeping up with the Joneses. That can be a lower expression of Aquarius energy or a Leo energy, which is on the same axis. You can check out your nakshatras on Google, on AstroSeek's website. Searching Google AstroSeek Sidereal Vedic birth chart, enter your birth data, adjust it for the current place that you're living and the moment of birth in the current time zone that you're in. And then you can scroll down and see nakshatras, which is how the Indian or sidereal Vedic system works or operates through. So there's actually like 27 subsets, I believe. So not just 12 zodiac signs, but like 27 nakshatras. And then you can go on YouTube and search Claire Nakti's channel or search in those nakshatras of your prominent placements, and you'll be able to see themes that play out in your life. I would suggest starting with the moon. Anyways, the moon nakshatra. But something about getting an alignment, Aquarius. Ferret, observant, very interesting. So you could have been rejecting or some kind of transformation. Malice, Goblin was there. So let's see, Ferret. Or maybe there was some kind of anger that you might have felt. It says Ferret. You don't rush into a job change or house move. First, check all paperwork. And when it comes to a property, have a really good look around. If you're unsure about the advice you've been given, ask for a second opinion. So you might need to go to a reader or something, or pull some cards, or you can always feel free to use the Buy Me a Coffee link. Keep your eyes peeled and your wits about you. Much is taking place behind closed doors and spoken about. Maybe we'll just flip a coin, really. Or just do that yourself, right? Like, if you have a question, yes or no, we'll just get a yes or no answer. So yes, I don't know. Take it as you will. Anyways, much is taking place behind closed doors and spoken about in dark corners, much you want to be aware of before making any major final decisions, especially regarding home affairs. My powers help you gain the inside information you need. I am quick, silent, and always alert to what's happening around me. Send me into places far and near, and I do your bidding without drawing much attention, as most will avoid me rather than try to catch me. I may look cute to face, so you could be astral projecting or remote viewing. Soft to fur, but I have a sharp bite and a strong body to wriggle out of any tricky situation. Put your attention to where it's most needed. But don't be distracted or misled. Be mindful of what is said, and you will soon see who is trying to pull a fast one and who you can really trust or even learn from. You have too much to gain by looking at all your options in all angles right now. Facing the prospect of Genghis Khan's gold. Didn't we see the maybe it was a different reading. Yeah, I think it was Leo. So you could be dealing with Leo because I saw them have the Seven of Swords in this position. But anyways. Ferrets are once believed to cure whooping cough by drinking from the same bowl of milk. Interesting. Alrighty then. Let's get you a last Cali card. Aquarius people and placements. $35. I mean, Pluto is in Aquarius now. We are entering your season, not your season, sorry, Scorpio season, which is going to be ruled by Pluto in Aquarius. Our wild mother goddess overcomes duality, resting in the sweet spot of integration, healing, and creativity. She facilitates the overcoming of tension, conflict, birthing sacred solutions, and evolution into greater bliss. Kalika Tantrika is Kali, the tantric queen. She overcomes all karma, realigns pathways when we veered off course, and reverses momentum of negative uses of free will and detaches draining energy cords, restoring us to full vitality. Her presence announces significant change and positive improvement in all aspects of your life, especially spiritual. Tantric teachings resonate less with clean, tidy, methodical approaches and more with wild, spontaneous, shamanic energies innately tuned and responsive to life. The primal force of the feminine is moving you along your soul journey at present. To tune into the primal power requires loosening mental grip over your life, allow more space, flexibility. If your schedule is so tightly wound, every minute is accounted for, and the intention is to slacken the reins. The feminine needs freedom. She cannot be crammed into minimal spaces or expected to thrive. If you try to control her, she will rebel, and when she is Kali, her rebellions topple kingdoms. It's possible to heal and transform even radically without evoking her wrathful nature if you're open to her guiding presence. So you're initiating the changes. If not, it comes at you. So this could be that dynamic tension because Aquarius is actually being squared by Scorpio season, which we're about to enter. Mars and Mercury in Scorpio, as well as making a personal square at this time, transit-wise, to all your Aquarius placements. So yeah, there could be just something about that for sure. Also have a general Sun in Scorpio squaring off with its ruler Pluto in Aquarius as well when Scorpio season comes. Her wrath is love, so we need not fear it, but it can certainly be a welcome change for pace and powerful shifts to be able to happen with grace and ease. So it's kind of like, shit's going to go down, so you might as well just kind of get in front of it, kind of start changing, just start adapting. The heart knowing must lead above the intellectual assessment of things. We are best moved by the greater guiding intelligence rather than doggedly sticking to a plan or trying to assert ourselves. The feminine is not as direct in our approach as the masculine. Her seeds germinate in darkness. Her creative methods are not always seen, yet powerful. The oracle brings encouragement that even though it seems like your will is being thwarted, or you're not getting what you want right now, or you just wish you could have clarity and know your direction, you're still making progress. Things are coming together in the best and sometimes growing that is aligned with the divine plan you were born to fulfill. You are encouraged to restore inner energies and move when you feel inspired rather than thrusting forward in an attempt to make progress. The God knows what she's doing. Allow them to have their way. So I'm going to end it there. Thanks for being here. Please hit like, subscribe. You can get a personal through the Buy Me a Coffee link. We'll leave a tip through there. Best of luck. Take care.